Hi everybody, and welcome back to Old Bards and Maiden. This is going to be some practice sessions for some songs that I'd like to at least get recorded. I don't know if I'll release them, but this song is a song called One of Us by Heather Dale. So I'm going to give a little bit of personal background on this song. If you've been watching any of these videos before, you possibly know that at one time I was in the Society for Creative Anachronisms, and I also joined a group to learn to ride horses that was called the Seattle Knights, and we did Ren Faires and hand-to-hand combat and a little bit of theater work, and we also learned to joust. I was never on the field of jousting, I was just a squire, but I did learn how to do that, and I did ride in full leather armor and practice that. I came across this song by Heather Dale, and it really reminded me a little bit of that time in my life when I was doing that. I was also working as a full-time nurse in the emergency room as an ER nurse. So I was busy in my 30s and early 40s. Let's see. So I don't know if the algorithm will listen to me, but I'm hoping that it sends this out to Seattle because this song really reminds me of one of the friends that I had when I was doing all of that medieval knightly stuff. Her name was Angela Pouge. I think her name is Angela Pouge-Johnson, and she was a petite young lady. She was small of stature, but she was a firecracker. And she also inspired me, and maybe she never knew that, but I was always fascinated by her. I always thought that, if I could fight as well as she did, I'd be doing really well. Anyway, as I said, this is called One of Us, and it's by Heather Dale, and it's all about a lady fighter. And if any of you have been in the SCA before, you'll recognize some of the terms that are in here from SCA fighting. To fighting, or when fighting got to me, I looked to find examples on the field of chivalry. Okay, well, that's what happens when it's a practice issue. Okay, so let's start again. I'm going to try it one more time. So, let's see. You always have to adjust your hat before you start playing. Before I got to fighting, or when fighting got to me, I looked to find examples on the field of chivalry. I saw mighty arms much stronger than my arms would ever be, so I thought perhaps this field was not for me. But I stayed to watch the fighting till one figure stood apart. in armor newly fashioned and a helm more pot than ours. Each blow was thrown with honor and a lightness of the heart. So I took the step that soon became a star. 'Cause she was not the biggest fighter or the one to raise a fuss, but I remember being proud that she was one of us. And we might never stand together on a shield wall side by side, but because of her I lift my sword with pride. Was ladylike and lovely, not the type you'd expect, with a braver heart than many and a slouch-out to respect. I guess we once decided this is where she'd like to be, and I thought if she could do it, why not me? 'Cause she was not the biggest fighter, nor the one to raise a fuss, but I remember being proud that she was one of us. We might never stand together on a shield wall side by side, but because of her I lift my sword with pride. So now as I get her armor, bits and pieces here and there, I think about examples, how you act and what you dare. But you never know who's watching or how far that story goes. And where that lady is, I hope she knows. 'Cause she was not the biggest fighter or the one to raise a fuss, but I remember being proud that she was one of us. And you'll never stand together on a shield wall side by side, but because of her I lift my sword with pride. We may never stand together on a shield wall side by side, but because of her I lift my sword with pride. Together on a shield wall side by side, but because of her I lift my song with pride. I hope you like that song, and I hope Angela Pouge gets to hear it. Well, see, this is why you have to adjust your head every time you play. Because you know, if you're going to put your guitar down, you have to take the hat off. Alright, so this is an end screen. So over there to my right, your left, there's going to be a couple of other videos that you can watch. I hope you do. There's also a subscribe button, which has a little picture of me. It's in a little disc, and you can pop that and subscribe and hear anything we release from the 3 Old Bards and a Maiden. And okay, so that's the YouTube advertising stuff that I have to do for myself. And now I'm going to wish you peace, love, and light, and a little harmony. And I want to say thanks for listening.